Hi, my name is Oliver, and I'm here to talk to you about organ transplants. Imagine having no donor, no hope, and worst of all, saying goodbye to your family and friends. Well, that's where xenotransplantation, organogenesis, and tissue engineering come in. These new advances in organ transplant technology have the potential of decreasing the donor pool by large numbers. My main ugly question is, what technology is used for organ donation and what's being done to improve that technology? Today you'll be learning about how technology changed over time to protect the donor and the recipient receive, the Da Vinci robot, how people feel about the robots, and what's being done to improve that technology. Have you ever wondered if technology for organ donation changed over the years? Well, they've changed a lot. The main new types are xenotransplantation, organogenesis, and tissue engineering. Now let's take a look at xenotransplantation. Xenotransplantation is a type of transplant where there's an animal donor and a human recipient. For example, doctors will take a pig kidney, make sure it's safe for humans to receive, then give it to the human recipient. Organogenesis is much more complicated than it sounds. Organogenesis is when doctors use stem cells to make an organ. For example, doctors will program the cells to make an organ because of the cell's ability to turn into embryos. Tissue engineering is exactly how it sounds. Tissue engineering is a biomedical engineering that aims to restore, maintain, improve, or replace different types of biological tissues. This was created because our bodies don't make good tissues. Financial problems. This is a big stress in the medical field because people can't always afford the surgeries, which makes the donor pool even bigger. This could lead to many deaths. Some of the problems are about insurance companies. Insurance companies are charging a lot higher premiums and or refusing to give coverage, which makes it almost financially impossible to donate an organ. The medical protection the donor and the recipient get takes time. They have to get interviewed to make sure they know what's going to happen and to make sure they're not crazy. If people have a blood disorder, they can still donate an organ, but they just need a lot more testing and medical attention to make sure the transplant won't hurt their health. There are 5 people on our transplant team. 2 doctors who work the Da Vinci robot surgical system, a doctor by the bedside, making sure the patient is asleep and can't feel pain. Lastly, 2 doctors come into the room when they're needed. This team is all there to ensure the safety and overall success of the procedure. As you can see here, there are 2 doctors who use the Da Vinci robot surgical system, a doctor by the bedside, and 1 doctor who was called in the room because she was needed. How would you feel about having a robot do the transplant, not humans? Well, most people like the idea of having a robot do the transplant, not humans. They like it because it's safer. Here you can see the procedure is more invasive compared to the person who had the robot do the transplant. Why do robots do the transplant, not humans? What makes the robot better? Well, the robots let doctors see better inside humans and not make as big as an incision in the person's body. This leads for a low risk for infection. One of the best parts about the Da Vinci robot surgical system is that it reduces the overall pain of the procedure. The Da Vinci robot surgical system helps because it reduces the amount of blood loss by the patient. Now studies are showing that the robots are making transplants better from 94% to 100%. Have you ever wondered what type of organs can be transplanted? Well, the main organs that can be transplanted are the heart, lung, kidney, liver, and eye. Thanks to new experiments, now the hand and face can be transplanted. A new technology that hopes to do this is bioprinting. Professionals say this holds the future of organ transplantation, but bioprinting still has a long way to go to do that. Immunosuppression is a disease that weakens your immune system. You can get immunosuppression from an unmatched donor. Then, you have to take medicine for the rest of your life to make sure the other organs in your body don't fight your new organ. If you don't take the medicine, you can need an organ every 10 to 12 years if you're lucky. This is a big stress because this could save lots of lives, time, and money. Doctors are finding new ways to make transplants faster so that the donor and the recipient can have a painless and faster recovery. Overall, I learned so much from organ transplants. The most interesting fact I learned is the new technologies scientists and doctors are trying to create to help get people the organs they need. As you can see here, there is a kidney in the middle of an organ transplant and the certificate that the recipient gets. Part of me is now part of you, giving the gift of life. March 23rd, 2022. Fun fact, this is actually my aunt's kidney, and this exact picture got me intrigued in my topic, organ transplants. I learned so much from organ transplants, and I hope you do too. For more information and where to donate organs, please go to the links below. Be a lifesaver. Be an organ donor.